ProView Networks.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
I'm David C. Chavis, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Zimbietta and JJ Buck.
Pick your hero. You tell me who's the bigger hero from last night. Pick him because you had heroes. Mikal Bridges. I mean, spectacular defensively. Ripped the ball out of the hands at the end of the game. Nikola Jokic, 42, 22, and 6. Or Aaron Gordon with the dagger to down the thunder. The bolt of lightning. You pick it. And is this another example of, well, one team kind of knows how to win, and the other one is still learning at this level. Hope you stayed up late last night. If you did, you were rewarded. Unless you are a Thunder fan, good morning, boys and girls. Happy Tuesday to you. Pick your biggest hero. Put it on the poll. I'm Jeff Zimbietta. He's JJ Buck. How you living?
Co-heroic.
I mean, try, no?
Someone called 911. There was a robbery in 2 cities last night.
Yeah, there were. I mean, the road team wins game 1 of both of those series. The number 1 seeds in both the East and the West lose. Look, it's just game 1. These series are not over. But both the 1 seeds were up big. Celtics were up 72-52. That's 72-52. My numbers tell me that's 20 points, JJ, with 6:19 left in the third. Oklahoma City was up all night long They were up 113-102 with 4.5 minutes. That's 11 points with 4.5 minutes left. And they lose as well. What a night in the NBA. I don't know the answer, honestly. If you were to say who is the number one hero from last night, you can make me an argument for Mikal Bridges. Jalen Brunson was really good, but I thought, he wasn't great offensively down the stretch. He missed a lot of shots. He missed the one at the rim that would have won it. And was that the inbounds play in regulation?
Yeah.
But Bridges was their guy. Jokic was bonkers yesterday. He had 18 points in the fourth quarter. And then the big shot by Aaron Gordon. I mean, that's a huge win for your franchise.
It was insane. They closed the game on a 15-4 run, and you definitely have to bring up learning how to win. The decisions that were made by Oklahoma City didn't make a lot of sense down the stretch. They were up 3, so they fouled. But they fouled with 12 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, why so early?
9 seconds left in the game. Extended the game in favor of the Nuggets, who stepped up and hit all their free throws. And the pressure comes back down on Chet Holmgren, who misses 2 with 9 seconds left. Rebound, outlet to Russell Westbrook. Pass to Aaron Gordon. Nails the three-pointer. First lead for the Nuggets in that game since they were up 24-22 in the first quarter. And the second game winner of the postseason for Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon, and I've said this a number of times throughout these playoffs, has been terrific for the Nuggets and what he's become. And it's not just offensively. I think defensively as well. He had 14 rebounds last night. But the strategy by the Thunder, my magic number, and I'm not a coach, but this is the way I think it, and if I was a coach, under 5 seconds is probably when I would foul. Up by 3 and not allow them to get a 3. But to your point, what JJ's telling you is, and if you didn't stay up and watch it last night, twice, starting at about 12 seconds, the Thunder fouled immediately when the ball was inbound. So they're up 3, they foul. Nuggets make 2 free throws. It's a 1-point game. Thunder inbound immediately. Well, of course, the Nuggets foul. They make both. It's back up to 3 with about 9 seconds to go, 8 seconds. Nuggets get the ball inbounded. The Thunder foul them. Nuggets make both free throws. It's a 3-point game again. Ball gets inbounded. Chet Holmgren. The Nuggets foul him with 9 seconds to go. He misses both of them. Both free throws. It's 119-118. Brown gets the rebound, gets it to Westbrook, pushes it up the floor. Boom, Aaron Gordon, left wing, splash. Good night now. Check, please. 1-0 Denver. And this was the game that you figure out, well, Denver's going to get beat. They're tired. They just got finished with a 7-game series. They had to play on Saturday. They had to travel. Oklahoma City's the 1 seed. Oklahoma City's fresh. All of those, they're healthy. All of those things. Everybody's got the same damn T-shirt on in the stands. By the way, I guess they shame you there. JJ, if you don't put the T-shirt on that's on your chair, like they put you up on the video board and shame you until you put it on.
Just wear a T-shirt.
Yeah. And all those bitter Okies last night. Look, big picture, dude, it's one game. But that's a dagger game.
It was shocking. Last night was shocking. Both those teams that won were 9.5-point dogs.
Yeah.
And, oh, by the way, if you remember who won game 1 of the other Eastern Conference series that started,
It was Indiana.
it was Indiana.
Yeah.
And so 3 60-win teams lost their first game of a second-round playoff series.
And tonight you get the Warriors and Minnesota, and it's a 6-7 game, and it's the sixth seed has home court advantage. Russell Westbrook, you kind of got the full Russell Westbrook experience, didn't you, in the West? He took a shot that didn't go.
Yeah, missed the 3 down the stretch.
Yeah.
Could have given the lead, but there's like 3 minutes left.
He is playing against 2 of his former teams. Now, I mean, Russell Westbrook's got a lot of former teams, but they just knocked out the Clippers. Spent a lot of time in Oklahoma City. I don't know if it means anything more or less, or, I've never been in that situation. But he was terrific. And then Aaron Gordon said, I knew it wasn't a miss. He smiled. He knew it was in. Does this change your opinion on the series, of what you think this series is going to be? Oklahoma City was like a crazy favorite to win this series. everybody's on Oklahoma City. They're the 1 seed. They will have, or they have what will be, I do believe, or who will be, the most valuable player in the league is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I believe he deserves it. And he had, I mean, look, it's not like,
Yeah, he
can't
did
really blame
nothing
it on
for
him.
his team to lose that game.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to blame it on him for scoring 33 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists? He was terrific. Chet Holmgren's got to make free throws. Caruso was really good for them. Holmgren was good for them, I thought, defensively in the first half.
There was no one that
Hartenstein
was
was
bad in
good.
that game.
Yeah, Hartenstein was really good.
It was the decision by the head coach to start fouling with 12 seconds left.
I mean, I don't know how you did you see an explanation on that anywhere? Because there's got to be, and I will find it for you as they go. All right, the other game. Excuse me, the other game. Well, here, let me hit this for you. Dagnall was talking about why fouling, and he didn't like the odds to play it out. And again, let me play this for you again. It was with 12.2 seconds to go. Caruso fouls Jokic. He makes them both. 11 seconds to go. SGA breaks away from Denver's defense. They get the dunk, right? 10.1 seconds to go. It's a 3-point game. The Nuggets inbound to Aaron Gordon. Caruso fouls him. Right? Now, Jokic had been removed from the game prior to the dunk because he had 5 fouls. And the Nuggets didn't want to risk him picking up a 6th foul, intentionally fouling someone. So it was a great move by Adelman to do that. On the previous play, the Nuggets didn't have a timeout. They were expecting to put Jokic back on the floor. So they might not have got him back on the floor.
Yeah, so after Shai's dunk,
Now,
where Nuggets had a miscommunication on the inbound, left him wide open underneath. And then that's when they get it to Gordon. And how about Aaron Gordon?
yeah.
Not just the 3, but
2
clutch free throws.
Yep. And then 9.1 seconds to go. Westbrook fouls Holmgren. Holmgren misses them both. And then they went down and set that thing up. Dagnall pointed out that fouling up 3 is not new for what they've done. He said that they've done it all season. And they've done it through his orders. Quote, it's tough to switch the strategy. We got the guys locked in on fouling up 3 as a philosophy. They execute it like I said. All right, but why with 12 seconds? Like, you always hear, and this is always a college thing, right? More so than a pro thing. At what time, when do you foul? 12 seconds in an NBA game. I mean, we just saw.
You were extending the game in favor of the Nuggets at that point.
Yeah. I mean, and you saw 4 possessions in there. I mean, was it 5 possessions in it? Here, what was I just read you the whole 1, 2, 3, 5 possessions in that 12 seconds. 4 possessions. And that just shows you how much of an eternity 12.2 seconds is. So why go on that fouling strategy? And his comment was, it's who we are. It's what we've done all year. That's been our strategy. Look, man, he's done a hell of a job, right? He's done a hell of a job there. And I'm going to guess most of you didn't know who the coach of the Thunder was before last night. Maybe you still don't. But you've got to take a look at that one, don't you?
Yeah, the strategy backfired.
Yeah.
You get people scream about it all the time, and I've talked to coaches about it too. They're like, sometimes it's one that it's 50-50 for them, because people love to scream about it. Oh, you have 3, foul. Okay, it's not 100%. You got to miss free throws. You got to make free throws, and can end up accidentally extending the game too much, like the Oklahoma City Thunder did last night with the multiple fouls with so much time left on the clock.
Well, and they couldn't foul then, at the end, because they were only up by 1 because they missed the free throws. It was an insanity game in Oklahoma last night. 505-246-0610. Come on in. I know you got thoughts about that. We're going to get through the Knicks game as well. Kenny Thomas is going to join us coming up at 9 o'clock. We'll kick it with Kenny, the former Lobo, former NBA great, and we'll talk to him about the games last night, what they meant, what he thought about that, what the strategy is, and go back and look at the weekend with Kenny as well. with the Warriors. We'll do that coming up at 9 o'clock. 7:55 this morning is when we'll give you the keyword for the big backyard blow-up that we're giving away. You'll get that keyword. You'll text it to 505-246-0610. You'll be registered for the backyard blow-up, and I'll read you all the stuff. Well, I'll tell you all the stuff that's in there. It's pretty amazing giveaway that we've got going here. When Adrian's producing ProView Networks, you can watch us on the Comcast Channel 26. You can watch us on our Facebook page, the OD and the AM, and on their ProView Networks YouTube channel. We come back and want to get into the Knicks and the Celtics. Boy, that was a shocker, too. Celtics were cruising at home until they weren't. And they weren't very good down the stretch. And Jason Tatum's got to answer to that. We're going to get there as well. What are you doing with your tax refund? You get it? What are you doing about your vehicle? You're in it. What are you going to do about cleaning that thing up? I got an idea for you, and it's On the Spot Automotive Detailing. On the Spot Automotive Detailing comes to you. This is not just a practical play. This is not just a maintenance play. This is not just a good idea. It's convenient as well. They come to you where it works for you. That's at the office. That's at the house, wherever it is, whenever it is that works for you. And they detail your vehicle. That means inside and outside and under the hood and around the rims and under the seats, all the places that you don't get. Remember that new car feel? Remember like when you just rolled off the lot and it was like, wow, this is really cool. You can have that new car feel without that new car price. You're probably going to hold on to that car for a while. With all that's going on with the economy and tariffs and everything else, take care of the vehicle that you've got now. Make it feel like new. Their level of care, their level of attention is unmatched. I've had it done many, many times. It's one of my favorite things. It's also a great gift as we're going into graduation gift-giving season. The grad will love that as well. On the Spot Automotive Detailing, it's all online. Ask them about their paint protection film and their ceramic coating to protect your exterior. Book online. On the Spot Automotive Detailing is at otsdetailing.com. That will be otsdetailing.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial.
I mean, it could be Aaron Gordon. He hit the big shot to beat the Thunder. Mikal Bridges took the ball from Jaylen Brown at the end of the game. The Celtics didn't even get a shot. Nikola Jokic had 42 points, 22 rebounds, and 6 assists. Nuggets beat the Thunder 121-19 improbably in Oklahoma. And then the Knicks came back from 20 down in Massachusetts and beat the Celtics 108-105. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck. Thanks for being with us. The Knicks story is we just talked about the Nuggets and how crazy that was. The Knicks-Celtics game is bonkers. Celtics were up by 20. 72-52, JJ. Midway through the third. They're at home. They're cruising. They're the 1 seed. Going to the final quarter, they were up by 9, 84-75. So the Knicks had cut it down to 1. And then the Knicks go on a 20-9 run in the third. They scored the first 8 points of the fourth. They go to overtime. They could have won it right there in regulation. Jalen Brunson had a shot at the rim and missed it. Celtics missed an NBA record 45 3-pointers. I don't even know what the average team, the average 3-pointers per game per team is attempted. What is it, like 35 or something? How many does an average team attempt? Like, all right, I'll give you this. Denver last night attempted 32 3-point shots. Oklahoma City attempted 43. It feels like a lot, doesn't it? So 43 out of Oklahoma City's 100 shots were threes. It's 43%. That's pretty easy math. Denver, 32 out of 95. It's roughly a third of their shots. Right? The Knicks took 37 threes. It can't be right. But it is. Yeah. 37 threes out of 87 shots. Dude, 2/3, almost 2/3 of Boston's shots were threes. 60 out of 97 shot attempts were threes.
Let it fly.
And they missed 45 of them. I mean, at some point, don't you have to create? It's crazy. I know this is what's turned a lot of people off to the NBA. It's just guys going down and chucking threes. And that's fine. But then look at the numbers, because you're like, okay, well, that's woefully bad. Yeah, Jaylen Brown was 1 for 10. Derek White was 5 for 16. These are just from three-point land. Jason Tatum, who's your star, man, he wants to be the face of the league. He was not good down the stretch. He was trying to create. He couldn't. He was forcing shots and missing shots. He wasn't that dude. I'm not sure he's ever going to be that dude. As much as he wants to be that dude, I don't know that he's ever going to be it.
He's an NBA champion.
He is. Look, I'm not.
What do you mean not that dude? Because Brunson missed shots down the stretch.
And again, You're right.
Like they were, I think where I credit the teams is this is what the Knicks wanted, was that athleticism, that versatility defensively. I know Karl Anthony Towns, but Mikal Bridges, they gave up like 4 first-round picks for this guy because they knew they had to match the wings of the Celtics.
And what he did defensively. What do I mean he's not that dude? He's not that closer, that go-to guy, that dagger, that dude. Yeah, he's a champ. I'm not taking that away from him. No way. He's an Olympian. He's a gold medalist.
I'm going to give it more than one game.
Okay. No, I judge this over the body of work. He's hit
fourth leading scorer in the playoffs so far.
Yeah, look, and they've had no close games really, right? Do you want him with the ball with the game on the line? You feel really good about that?
Yes.
Okay. I don't. I'd rather have it with Nikola Jokic or LeBron James or Stephen Curry or hell.
Well, if you give me those options.
Yeah, but that's that dude though. That's that dude. That's what I mean by that dude. Right? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, although he hadn't done it yet. But that's what I mean by that dude. But I don't know, what was your impression of this game?
Well, we've seen a couple games like that for the Celtics. So I'm not like they won an NBA championship last year. They put themselves in position to be one of the legit contenders this season by shooting a ton of threes. And again, we said it yesterday, like 1 through 5, the Knicks can play in this series. It's just everyone loves to just talk about, oh, well, who's your 7th or 8th dude coming? I don't care. It's the NBA playoffs. As long as you don't foul out, there's extended TV timeouts. You can take an extra timeout. And can you last on the floor? And that's what we saw from the Knicks last night.
Yeah, I mean, you got 21 points out of Mitchell Robinson, and that's it. That's good. No, I think you're seeing that, to your point, everywhere. The benches are insanely short. Right? I mean, what the Nuggets do, they got Westbrook's 18 minutes.
Like, yeah, you need one guy to spell someone. Hopefully you get some production. I'm not saying it's irrelevant, but Knicks 1 through 5 is as good as any in the league.
Yeah. You got 30 minutes out of Westbrook for the Nuggets last night. 15 Watson. I mean, that's it. No, you're right. I mean, these benches are insanely short. And everybody's doing it. I'm not going to jump to conclusions in either series after one game. I'm not. Now, we can talk about the Cavaliers when we get back, and because I think there's more to talk about them in regards to one game and that one seed losing. It's going to be interesting, though, to see how Oklahoma City bounces back. More so than the Celtics. The Celtics are champions, right? Celtics are the defending champions. They got beat. They got punched in the mouth at home. I expect them to bounce back. I would expect Oklahoma City to bounce back as well, but let's see. I mean, we're talking about a team that was 18 games better than the Nuggets in the regular season. 18 games. You said they were 9.5-point favorites last night?
Yeah. Both teams that lost were.
And in this series, like something crazy, like 60-1 or something. It was going in. I'm not going to lose my mind after one game. But both of those road teams, the way they won, the way they went on the road and won, I mean, there's something to be said. There's a lot there. All right, 505-246-0610 when we get back. The number 1 seed in the East might be in bigger trouble than just facing a 1-0 hole. Why that is. And let's take a look at Golden State at Minnesota tonight because that gets started. And the Coach of the Year was named yesterday as the awards start to come out. We'll get in the NFL as well. Kenny Thomas will be here at 9. Give you the keyword for the backyard blow-up coming up at 7:55 this morning. He's J.J. Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta. You're listening to The Opening Drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Who buys?
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney.
All right, we're going to give away. Boy, we got the giveaway we got going on is pretty amazing right now. It's the backyard blow up, and I'm going to give you a keyword coming up at 7:55. But the Sports Animals backyard blow up is going on. Listen to the opening drive for the keyword each morning. When I give you that keyword, text it to 505-246-0610. You will be registered. You can log on to sportsanimалabq.com for a list of locations. You can also go register. The backyard blow up includes a hot tub, other prizes. It's valued over $15,000. It's pretty insane. a hot tub from Valentine's Swimming Pool and Spa, an American Home Furniture and Mattress Plus patio set, a pottery set from Jackalope, a $5,000 gift card from Sinlon, and an annual plan from AAA Pest Control. It's worth over $15,000. Give you the keyword coming up at 7:55. You're not eligible, dude. I want to be eligible.
I'm bummed.
I know. Can my kid be eligible? She can't, right? I want to be eligible. All right, 505-246-0610. Knicks win in Boston last night. The Nuggets steal one in Oklahoma. 121-119. I mean, steal one in Oklahoma. And so the two road teams are up on the number one seeds, 1 game to none. The 1 seed in the East, I said the two road seeds are up on the 1 seed. The Celtics are the 2 seed. The 1 seed in the East is Cleveland. They lost their opener to Indiana. And they're beat up, dude. Darius Garland's got a toe injury. Evan Mobley's got an ankle injury. DeAndre Hunter's got a thumb injury. They're all listed as questionable. They play tonight. Head coach, who's now the coach of the year in the league, Kenny Atkinson, said there is a real concern, that was his quote, about the availability of the latter two. That would be Mobley and Hunter. And he used the word doubtful after practice. They're 8.5-point favorites. That's too much, right?
Yes. With those questions right now.
Yeah, I think that's right. Jerry, thanks for holding. You're on the Sports Animal. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning. How's it going?
Life's grooving. What's up?
Sorry, hold on. You caught me mid-breakfast burrito bite.
Oh, yeah, bad on me. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good, right? Anyways, so...
what do you eat? Wait. What kind? Where'd you get your burrito?
Stripes. Where else?
Oh, yeah. Stripes is a pretty good one. So what, bacon, green? Which way? What do you do? Sausage, red? What do you do?
We go for the Carne Nevada.
Great option.
With the red.
Yeah, great option.
With the red.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
So even though I am fully assimilated here, right? I eat like a New Mexican now.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I've been here for almost a decade, but I'm from Oklahoma, and which means I had a rough night last night. A game that I never really thought the Thunder were going to lose until they lost it. I just want to know if you're Coach Mark Daigneault, how you call a timeout with Jokic on the bench.
To let him back in the game.
The Nuggets put Jokic back on the floor.
Yeah.
With less than 10 seconds left.
Yeah, because they did because the Nuggets did not have a timeout, and
no
look,
timeout.
Daigneault's a good coach. He is, but man, what he did down the stretch, start fouling with 12 seconds to go, the timeout that let Jokic in. He's a good coach, but I don't know, Jerry. I talk about this all the time. Do you believe you learn how to win in big situations?
Yeah, I think so, and I think that was a situation where maybe his head wasn't on straight, maybe the lights were too bright. I don't think you have concerns about him as a coach overall, but I think that the loss is pretty squarely on him there.
I'm not arguing with you. Yeah, no, that one hurts.
And I think, go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you how you feel about your team the rest of the way now. Do you feel differently?
I mean, I think I still think that I feel good. I mean, but I don't. I also want to know how the Nuggets are playing like this, like energy-wise. Like, where are they getting this from?
5-hour energy.
Because you go back to the games against your Clippers, and by the 4th, 5th game, they look completely gassed.
Yep.
And suddenly Jokic has 42 minutes in him. I don't know where that came from. Aaron Gordon, you hear him after the game and he can barely talk, but he somehow has it in him to knock down a three to win the game.
Yep.
I think the other thing that concerned me though was I don't know if you could see, but I could certainly see Chet Holmgren taking those free throws. Like, you watch the first one, and he has this almost a full second of hesitation. You just know he's going to miss both of them. And I've seen him hit big free throws before, but I don't know what was going on there. But that and Jalen Williams being, for all intents and purposes, AWOL. Those are the things that concerned me.
They should.
I do still think the Thunder should win. I think it'll be closer than I would like it to be. But this is how you this is how you play with the big boys, right? You have to take a punch, and you got to come back up and keep swinging, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Well, don't be a stranger. Check in with us after games. I want to check on your sanity and your breakfast options. So.
Will do.
All right, man. Thanks. Carney from Stripes sounds pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. First of all, Holmgren was 2 for 2 from the free throw line before that, so he'd made his 2 previous. He looked uncomfortable on both of those. On the season, he shoots 75% from the line. So to miss both of those down the stretch, I don't know how you don't attribute it to the moment.
Pressure situation. It's like pressure got to him there at the end.
You know, it's like, oh, Rory missed a 4-foot putt. Yeah. Look, man, big situations are a lot different than a 12-point game in the first quarter in November. You know what I mean? It's different putting at the Wells Fargo than it is with the Masters on the line. It is a different free throw with the game on the line in the playoffs with everybody watching you than it is in December in Milwaukee. It just is. That's Thunder fan. He still sounds confident. He still feels good.
You have to be. They're the better team.
They are the better team.
Like, you watch that game, they are the better team.
God, they got so much, dude. I mean, when you look at them, they have so much. And let me just tell you, the 2 off-season moves that they made, and I haven't watched enough of them. I've watched a few times. But what Caruso and Hartenstein bring to them was exactly what I thought they needed to get over the hump from last year.
Yeah, when you talk about off-season acquisitions, everyone loves to talk about superstars, where Giannis is going, this or that. But if you have a foundation, those are winning moves. And those were home run moves. Alex Caruso is a ridiculous defender, 5 steals, 2 blocks last night, and then he was hitting his 3-point shot, scored 20 points, hit 5 3-pointers. Hartenstein can battle inside. And it was just last night was a superstar game from Jokic. 42 points, 22 rebounds. And it didn't even feel like he was having that good of a game. And then it was 115, 111, top of the keys, kind of jab step in there. I got to look at the exact number when it happened. It was late fourth quarter, kind of jab step, and he hits a 3. And then that moment was the second win for the Nuggets down the stretch.
You know, you look at games like this, and I agree with you. I do think overall Oklahoma City's got the better roster. And Nugget fan, you'll say, wait a minute, hold on. Jokic got the best player in the world. You do. Murray, yeah, when he's good, he's good. Brown's good. Gordon's been really
Gordon's
good.
legit. Gordon.
Yeah, and Porter's been missing.
Aaron Gordon is a big reason why they won a championship. They were talking about it. Jokic said it last night. He's an underrated player in the league because he guarded Kawhi Leonard. He tries to get in front of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He does so much for this team. He is very good.
I remember when they made that trade. I told you at that day, I thought that was a championship level trade, right? When they got him from Orlando. What'd they give up? Do you remember?
He's like Kentavious Caldwell. No, was it KCP in that deal? No, because KCP sent out. It was like Gary Harris and picks at the time.
Yeah. Oklahoma City. Look, man. Holmgren, Jalen Williams is terrific. Hartenstein's a really good fit for what he does. SGA's
probably going to be the MVP in the league.
Yeah, and Dort.
And Shea said it after the game last night. He's like, all right, we knew this wasn't going to be easy. We got punched in the mouth. How are we going to respond? And this was a team that they were in the Western Conference Finals last year. This isn't new. You don't need to learn anything.
Who was in the Western Conference Finals?
The Oklahoma State Thunder.
It was Minnesota, Dallas last year.
Dallas, excuse me. They got beat to get there, so they were a step away.
Yeah, okay. So they were at this level.
I was
this
isn't new.
Yeah.
They're one of these times looking at. I'm like, you were bad down the stretch. I look at that more coaching.
Yeah. Well, okay, that's a great question. So Jerry, the Thunder caller, the Thunder fan who just called, he said this on coach. This is and I tell you all the time, I think coaches get too much credit and too much blame. But I'm going to tell you down the stretch, I don't know that I think he's totally wrong. I thought the fouling strategy was wrong. As you said, you extended the game for the other team. And then you called the timeout to let Jokic. Now, Jokic didn't hit the shot. So it honestly, it didn't much matter. Right? What did Jokic do in those last 10 seconds? Nothing really. But why call the timeout? So I guess there was no effect on that timeout. Right? They let Jokic in, but what did Jokic do in the last 10 seconds? Nothing. Brown got the rebound, gave it to Westbrook, and it was Aaron Gordon who hit the shot. So
well, there wasn't a timeout that he used for Jokic to re-enter the game.
The timeout with 10 seconds to go.
It was in between. Aaron Gordon was at the line, so Jokic checked in after the first free throw.
Right, so he would have checked it in. All right. Yeah. But he thought Daigneault cost him the game.
Yeah, and
he didn't help.
It's one thing to foul up 3, but with 12 seconds left.
I agree with
it. Just you see, all right, there was a lot of possessions, and
4
instead of, maybe you have to come down and hit 2 of your free throws for Oklahoma City. Well, you had to hit 4, and they did not hit the last 2.
Yeah, and they missed 2 in a row. And look, would have been interesting if it was a 2-point game. Would they have done the same thing? Like, what if he makes the second one? You don't get that in transition, right? It would have been really interesting if he hits the second one. What Denver would have done? They didn't have a timeout left, right? Because they got that rebound and got out in transition. Which, in reality, why? Where the hell was Oklahoma City, right? Why didn't they get back? It's a missed free throw. Why were they able to run like that? Brown got the rebound. Got it to Westbrook, and Russ made a great push and great pass, and they beat him in transition. Why? But if he hits the second one, it would have been really interesting. What do? They go to Jokic and go to overtime, right? They probably go in the paint and have Jokic put something up and go overtime.
I don't know if they can get it. They're taking a 3 at that point in time.
You think so? Yeah. There's sure as hell not fouling at that point.
Yeah.
All right, 505-246-0610. I'll give you the keyword coming up at 7:55. To get in on the big backyard blow up that we're giving away. Coming up next, we'll get into some football. Boy, we talked about this yesterday. Who's going to be the kicker for the Ravens? Well, we know who it's not going to be, and got a pretty good idea who it is going to be. But it's a football decision, JJ. This was all about football. We'll do that next. Hey, if you've been the victim of a home or business break-in, you know way too well. And if it hasn't been you, you're 1 degree separated this time. You know it takes too long for the police to get there. Not because they don't want to be there. They just don't have enough officers for all the calls they get. So I trust IPS, International Protective Service. Look, when it's you, when it's your home, when it's your business, you need a much quicker response. IPS responds within 7 minutes or less for customers that they monitor. They got officers strategically placed around Albuquerque and Santa Fe. They react quickly. IPS provides standing guards. If you need eyes on your property around the clock, they'll install alarms and camera systems. They've got a state-of-the-art facility to monitor those cameras 24/7. This all raises the level of security around your home and your business. So the question is, who's watching your home when you're gone? And hopefully it's the good guys. Don't wait to be a victim, because then it's too late. And you know it's out there. I've trusted IPS for years. I love what they do for my family. They get a sense of security. My neighbors use them as well. I know you'll love them as well. 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420. They're online at ipsglobal.com. IPS is passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off.
2.8 seconds left, coming back the other way. Williams from half court. Baked and no good at the horn. And the Denver Nuggets shock the Oklahoma City Thunder in game number 1. Final tonight, 121 to 119. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby. Nuggets Radio. Who's your guy on Nuggets Radio?
Cosmicky.
Who's that?
Altitude Radio Network.
All right. That was Nuggets Radio or TV?
That's the radio network.
Yeah. That's who's
so
that?
second round, local TV affiliates are done. They're kicked out.
They're out, right?
The broadcast games anymore.
So who was that?
Jason Kosmicki.
Yeah, man, that was a good call. And, boy, those are the kind you live for, isn't it? Big, big win. Kenny's going to be able to talk with Kenny Thomas about the hoops coming up. All right, yesterday we talked a lot about football. What's going to happen with Justin Tucker and who's the kicker going to be for the Baltimore Ravens? They went out and drafted a kicker in the 6th round, and they got the guy who's maybe the best in the history of the game. But he's got 16 massage therapists who are alleging sexual assault against him. And yesterday, Justin Tucker was released by the Ravens, the NFL's most accurate kicker, amid an investigation by the league for sexual misconduct. So this is 2 months after team president Sashi Brown said the Ravens are going to wait on making a decision. It was like a day after John Harbaugh said, we're letting it play out. We don't know. But this is a football move, JJ. Strictly a football move.
Not at all.
Oh, that's what they said. That's what
they're trying to not throw Justin Tucker under the bus as a franchise, but you don't draft a kicker in the 6th round and cut Justin Tucker if there's not these allegations.
I think that's all 100%.
We all see through this.
Well,
oh, thanks, appreciate it. Move.
Also because there's a precedent here, right? I mean, this is kind of exactly the Deshaun Watson allegations. There were 25 or something against him, and there's 16 against Justin Tucker. But this is different massage therapists claiming that this football player allegedly is alleged sexual misconduct. I mean, do your mind, do your thing, right? Quote, this is the Ravens general manager, Eric DeCosta. Sometimes football decisions are incredibly difficult, and this is one of those instances. Considering our current roster, we have made the tough decision to release Justin Tucker. Thank you. They signed Wyoming's kicker, John Hoyland, who was 13 of 20 last year, 73 of 92 in his career.
Competition.
What am I missing here?
Camp Cop.
I mean, go get John Sullivan for crying out loud. Can't Sully still kick?
I'm sure.
Sully's got a good gig. He's making way more than NFL players. The deputy commissioner, or whatever he is, at the Mount.
Yeah, that's way more than an undrafted kicker.
I love them trying to sell me this. Oh yeah,
no, it was a tough football decision. No,
I
it
mean,
wasn't.
this was just a football decision, and we went out, and
we're not putting up with a kicker that's missing kicks at this point in time, and he has all these allegations against him.
Oh, and we got and we got all this money.
They just had to wait until they could finally get a kicker to make this move. Then they're like, "We done." And
we got all this money tied up in him. Like, well, let me go get a rookie kicker I can pay $800,000 a year, who's going to be pretty good, and everything's going to be fine. And yeah, is he one of the best ever? Yeah, he was. He was. Absolutely, he was. But he was expendable because he wasn't that good anymore, or at least he wasn't that same dude anymore. He missed some kicks. All right, the Sports Animal is giving you a backyard blow-up. If you listen to the opening drive for the keyword each and every day, we will give it to you. Then you text that keyword to 505-246-0610. That will register you to win a hot tub from Valentine's Swimming Pool and Spa. You will also get an American Home Furniture and Mattress Plus patio set, a pottery set from Jackalope, a $5,000 gift card from Sin Lawn, and an annual plan from AAA Pest Control. The prize package is worth over $15,000. The keyword today is garden, Garden, for those of you who I'm not enunciating well enough for. Garden. You text the word garden to 505-246-0610. That will register you for the backyard blow-up. If you prefer, you can go to our website, sportsanimалabq.com. There's a list of locations there where you can go and register as well. Garden is your keyword today. Take it, text it. Best of luck to you. Got a sweet deal coming up for you in the next hour. We got Kenny Thomas at 9 o'clock to get into the hoops from last night. Cowboys evidently were in on a trade that, well, didn't happen. Should it have? I think it would have helped. It's the opening drive. He's J.J. Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on
Vieta and JJ Buck.
We're going to have a sweet deal for you coming up here in about a little bit. If you like meat, you're going to like it a lot. It's the opening drive. He's JJ Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta. Nuggets beat the Thunder 121-119. Stunned the Thunder last night. Stole one in Oklahoma City. Thunder were up all night long. Aaron Gordon hit the winner with 2.8 seconds to go. Nuggets are up 1-0 in that Western Conference semifinal. Meanwhile, in Massachusetts last night, Knicks came back from 20 points down, stunned the Celtics, stole one from the Celtics. Don't you think? I mean, kind of the same. 108-105. Mikal Bridges was terrific. Pick your hero of the night. Go ahead. I'm kind of curious. Mikal Bridges, Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon. Put it on the poll. Who's your hero of the night? If you were going to give it, the special, you get a $100 gift card to the meat place and Brett Rizzi's place. Who are you giving it to? Big announcement today out of Rio Rancho. They're going to officially announce the East Coast Hockey League team. The New Mexico Goat Heads will be coming to Rio Rancho. Well, they're not that yet, but they should be. The New Mexico Goat Heads. But that's official today. The text line said whatever became of the New Mexico Ice Wolves hockey team was it a pro team? Word is the announced team to exist in Rio Rancho is the only team since the Scorpions existed. No, they're the first pro team, pro hockey to come back since the Scorpions left. Ice Wolves are still there. Ice Wolves are junior hockey. Actually, it's a great product. If you haven't gone up there, I really, really, really suggest you go out and watch games there. What Stan Hubbard's done with the Outpost is phenomenal. It's a wonderful, intimate setting. The hockey's good. It's junior hockey. These are guys, young, 16, 17, 18-year-old hockey players who come in from wherever. They live here. They live with families, and they're trying to get scholarships and move up and play college hockey. So it's a junior hockey league level. It's a junior hockey league, and it's really good. What you're going to get out in Rio Rancho now is AA professional hockey, very similar to what I think the Central League was. The East Coast Hockey League has now 31 teams, and it is a professional hockey league that'll play like a 70-something game schedule or whatever.
Yeah, it's a monster season.
Yeah.
It's essentially AA hockey. It's the ECHL. It will have an NHL affiliate.
Yep.
So the Dallas Stars are helping launch, but it's not official who that affiliate's going to be,
which will be great
right now. So that's the difference. Those are essentially kids playing junior hockey,
Yeah.
Going to college, trying to take that step in their career. And these are
men,
professionals trying to climb to the next level.
Yeah, no, these are grown-ass men that are going to go up to the next level, or trying to. So that's you're going to get that announcement. It's 11 o'clock today out at the Rio Rancho Events Center, where the Goatheads will play. Can I just call them, even if they call themselves the Tumbleweeds or the Dust?
You can't just call them that.
Why?
'Cause that won't be their name. We can try to speak it into existence.
Okay. So the Goatheads are going to make the announcement today that they'll be playing out at the Rio Rancho.
You can submit a form already online.
Where?
On their website.
They have a website?
They do have a website.
Is that in the press release that I probably should have gotten somewhere?
That is correct. So they already have that open where you can submit
Goatheads,
your team name.
All right. So the keyword is Goatheads. I'm going to give you all the website, and I'll find it for you.
Just start stuffing the ballot box.
Yes. Tell me what's better than that. And
it works. I think we both kind of envision the mascot the same, kind of a dude wearing hockey pads, but then as a goat head.
Yeah.
His head's a goat head.
Yeah.
Boom.
The stuff that
Simple.
sticks in your socks and your fingers when you try to pull it out.
Is.
Yeah. I don't know that everybody does. If you're not from here, you might not know.
You've stepped on it by now.
I promise you have. Yeah.
The worst. Pun.
So here, and I know this because of a conversation recently. Every damn name is copyrighted or trademarked or whatever you do with it. You go out and you try to get Dust Devils. Well, that's a baseball team in Washington. The whatever, right? The Knights, the Tumbleweeds, the Warriors, the Wildcats. Everything's copied. I'm gonna guess Goatheads isn't. I'm gonna guess it's available.
It's gotta be.
It would be so good, dude.
There is it's like a youth team
called the Goatheads. There's another word for those little damn things, aren't there? Or isn't there?
Yeah, I know some people call them bullheads.
Well, I know those little bleepy. Yeah.
There's goatheads,
man. Those little bleepity.
The worst.
Yes.
Thing.
Where do they come from? Like they come off of something, right?
Yeah. So it starts out. It looks like grass is growing.
Okay.
And then it's almost looks like wheat, and then they turn into goatheads, and you gotta get those things out. Pull that grass immediately.
If you play I know when I played Ladera back in the day, and you go out and you hit a ball in the shrubs, you go looking for them, you come out and you're just covered in them. They're in your shoelaces, and you can't get them out. You can't grab them with your fingers because they stick in your fingers. Goatheads is great. Anyway, they're announcing the Goatheads today.
And there are different variations.
Oh, are there?
Of
what are the variations?
What some of the other plants look like.
What are the names of the variations? Because then you can
get. I've gone down a goathead rabbit hole.
Yeah, hit me.
Goodness gracious.
Rabbit hole me.
They are widely distributed around the world.
Really?
They thrive in dry climate.
Oh, like here, yeah.
Thus, the terrible goathead problem that we have.
God, I mean, it's got to be.
The leaves and shoots are eaten in East Asia.
They eat. You got to put those in your mouth.
The stems, well, not that part. The stems have been used as thickener. Added to diluted buttermilk.
So this is in your buttermilk. Diluted buttermilk gets
of course,
thickened.
using the plant before it turns into
of
death.
course. Of course. All right.
However,
I'm going to get you the website.
Toxic compounds in the plant are known to cause liver damage.
Oh, no.
So let's be careful when we eat our go-ahead plants.
Yeah, don't. Just stick them in your socks.
Stick to your whiskey.
Yeah. All right. There's a story out there. The Cowboys were trying to get George Pickens. Remember, it was about a week and a half ago, and Jerry Jones said, "I'm working on something big. We got a trade coming. Well, we got something coming, and it's gonna be big, and it's gonna blow your socks off." Well, everybody's socks are still on. Evidently, it was George Pickens. Cowboys were amongst a number of teams that were trying to get George Pickens. He's the star receiver of the Steelers. And the Steelers were trying to get a second-day pick. That's a second-round pick. Right? Because they traded their second-round pick when they got DK Metcalf in March. So Dallas makes sense, right? I mean, I don't know what I haven't seen anywhere what the compensation package was going to be. I don't know what they were going for. But Dallas makes sense, the potential destination for Pickens. They need another weapon. They have CeeDee Lamb. But evidently after the draft, it's become a lot more complicated to go get him. And I'm not telling you it will or will not happen. Pittsburgh's got to be pretty cognizant of what they want in return. He's got a 24-year-old, and he's pretty damn good. Now, is he worth what you're getting? I mean, he's a diva wide receiver now, right? This is kind of the poster child for diva wide receiver, is it not?
He's in the mix.
All right. He's in the final year of his rookie deal. They want a second-round pick. Now, Pittsburgh's lost some leverage because the draft is gone. But if they find themselves where they're shopping, do they go for a day 3 selection? And why are they so desperate to give him up? The answer is they're probably not going to re-sign him. They probably
they
in
don't
their
want
own
to pay him because they just gave DK Metcalf $120 million.
Yeah, but another year with him. I mean, if you bring Aaron Rodgers, him, and those two, I mean, you got weapons. So 505-246-0610. Bruin James. Good day, sir. How you living?
Okay.
Okay.
You have Budweiser, right? King of beers, right?
All right.
You have Budweiser, King of beers, right?
Sure.
Then you have Nike shoes, right? Good shoes. You have other things.
Yeah, you have a lot of
know their name brand, right? You know they are. You know what you're going to get.
Okay.
But no matter what you do, if you take them to San Diego, Sacramento, or you take Timbuktu, and they're still going to be the Clippers. They're still going to be the Clippers.
You know what I thought would help the Clippers? And I still think getting them their own place is right. And I haven't been to the Intuit Dome. I always thought they should move to Orange County and just own Orange County. But the Ducks faded away, and they've gone, and kind of the Angels have too. So maybe Ballmer made the right move. But you're right. They were when they were in L.A., they were in San Diego when they were shared a place. They are the Clippers, and
What did Billy Crystal say? Said somebody broke in his house and left 2 Clipper tickets.
He left them there. That's funny, and he's a big Clipper fan. That's actually really funny. Yep. They're still them. Thanks, man.
Have a good one.
Yeah, he's not wrong, dude. The second tier LA teams, like, then I say second tier, right? I mean, when you think LA teams, you think Dodgers, you think Lakers. I think you think Rams and Kings, right? And then the other teams would be the Angels and the Clippers and the Chargers because they're San Diego's team, and the Ducks. Is that fair?
I don't even think people think of the Ducks as LA.
What do they call them?
When they're the Anaheim Ducks.
They are Anaheim.
So I think that
they're the only ones that held on to Anaheim.
Takes them out of that consciousness for everyone outside of.
Yeah, but they're still in that same market.
Yeah, but you don't think of them in that market.
So New York and Chicago.
And by the way, Ballmer absolutely made the right move.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. Spending the money and putting up that place, which evidently is magnificent. When you think of the New York teams, is there a hierarchy? Like, is there a hierarchy, Jets or Giants? Do you feel there's an obvious one?
I think of the Giants ahead of the Jets.
Okay. There is Yankees over the Mets. There is Knicks over the Nets, certainly. And there is Rangers over the Islanders. So I guess that's just inherent. You do think Cubs over White Sox, right? There's another market that's got 2. I think those are pretty much them, right? I guess that's natural. And one team's had more success. The Jets and Giants, to me, I guess you got to think Giants because they've won championships, right? The Jets won one in 1969. They've done nothing since. The Giants have won a bunch. Well, I say a few since.
But it's definitely not as dramatic in my sports mind, the Giants-Jets gap.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. All right, 505-246-0610. I gave you the keyword for the big backyard blow up. The keyword is garden, Garden. So you can text that to 505-246-0610 and be entered for the big backyard blow up giveaway, which is a package worth $15,000, which is just insane. Kenny's going to be here coming up at 9 o'clock. Kenny Thomas, the former Lobo great, the 11-year NBA veteran. We're going to kick it with him. Coming up, we got a sweet deal, and the Lobos have a junior college signing that the Lobo women that I think you should be excited about. I want to lean on you a little bit on this, and I know Bradbury is excited about what they got. To tell you about that, she should be a scorer, and it sounds like a pretty good get and a sweet deal. It's the opening drive. He is J.J. Buck. I am merely Jeff Symbieta on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Okie. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Like literally in the last segment, we're just talking about the Steelers. Opening drive, he is J.J. Buck. I'm merely Jefferson Vieta, 505-246-0610. We've been talking about the name of that hockey team. JJ, what do you think about bringing back the Scorpions name? Like, I don't know who owns it. I don't know who's got the rights to it, but there's part of me that says, well, they want to start fresh.
Yeah.
But
it's a good name.
It's a great name.
But I think the challenge would be, like as you said, like,
what's the difference?
It's just picking up where you're left off a long time ago. So it's been some time. So there might not be a lot of people that it's on their mind. The Scorpions. I'd put it on the list.
I pulled out my old one of my old Scorpions hockey T-shirts. I was wearing it recently, and my kid's like, "Dad, that's because her lacrosse team was the Duke City Scorpions," and it was cool. I still like goat heads. Brett Rizzi doesn't like goat heads as much though. You don't like that name?
I do not.
Why? I mean, like, what's more New Mexico than those little damn things that get in your socks?
But it's a negative. It's a negative. Everybody steps on, they get holler at. It's a negative.
So fair.
We need a positive.
Fair, but it's one of those things that are tough. That are like, what are nicknames? What are, like, you know what I mean? What are Tigers, Lions,
Blackhawks?
You like Blackhawks?
Yeah, Chicago Blackhawks.
Yeah. All right. I'll read you some of the teams in that league, and they're not actually that. We were going through these the other day. They're not that great. There's a few good ones. The Adirondack Thunder, the Florida Everblades. That's kind of cute. Everblades. The Greenville Swamp Rabbits. All right. See what I'm saying?
I got it.
Idaho Steelheads, Jacksonville Icemen, Kansas City Mavericks. I mean, these are just whatever. If you go goat heads, I think you kind of hit it. I'm just saying. Tulsa Oilers, Wichita Thunder, Trois-Rivières Lions, Trois-Rivières.
How about the Sandias?
All right, I'm listening.
Sandias.
All right. How about the meat? Just the New Mexico.
How about the No Bulls?
How about the New Mexico meat?
New Mexico No Bull hockey team.
Brett Rizzi is here. We got a sweet deal for you if you go on our website today at Sports Animal. Oh, the New Mexico No Bull.
And that's No Bull.
Yeah, I'm all right with that. I don't hate it either. I got No Bull Prime Meats as your sweet deal today. You go to our website at sportsanimalabq.com. You do it at 9 o'clock. You click on the sweet deal logo, and for just $30. Is it 30 for 60 or 25 for 50? Which one we do?
30 for 60.
30 for 60. $30 gets you $60 for the best meat in town. No antibiotics, no steroids, no vaccinations. It's all raised locally in Estancia, New Mexico. You got beef and bison and pork and lamb and goat. You got everything.
And Japanese Wagyu A3.
Is that raised locally?
It's raised in my ranch.
Wait, so you raised the Japanese Wagyu locally?
Yep, by lineage and genetics.
What's the difference there? I know what the difference in taste is. It's so buttery and so flavorful. But what's the, like, when you raise it, what's the difference?
So that's an excellent word. Buttery. The omega-3 and omega-6 in Japanese Wagyu is different than regular American beef. It is buttery. It is rich. It has a different taste.
Yeah, it does.
It cooks 30% faster than regular beef.
Ooh, you need to know that.
You need to know that. And a lot of people say you should cook it on a cast iron. The other night, my wife and I, we cooked it on the grill. If you're attentive to it, you can cook it on the grill because it's going to flame because it has so much marbling. But there's nothing like a charbroiled Japanese Wagyu.
So do you season that the same way? So
there's no seasoning.
So you just put, so let's say if you put a regular steak on the grill, let's say you do, what do you do, 5 minutes aside and you flip it or whatever. Let's just say. So what would you do with Wagyu?
So you would put some sea salt on it.
All right.
An hour before. nothing else. No, it needs no other complement, no other
Okay.
condiment at all. So then you would cook it, you would sear it for about 2 minutes on each side.
Yeah.
2 minutes on each side.
Yeah.
Move it over at indirect heat. Another 2-3
Kind of
minutes.
up to the top shelf
Yeah,
or something?
it's medium rare. That's it. It's over.
Really? All right. It's the finest beef in New Mexico, period. Look, nothing else compares. What you do locally and the way you raise it, and Strauss was just telling me you took him up to the ranch and showed him. What makes your meat so much better? Because everybody who's gone out there talks about, wow, it really is different.
The big difference is there's no antibiotics, steroids, GMOs. It's all natural. We also, what makes it better is we dry age it. Everybody wet ages meat.
What does that mean?
Wet ages meat is when they kill an animal, they put a loin, they'll put a strip loin into a bag with water, and they'll let it sit for 35, 40 days. And it does break down the inner muscle a little bit. It does. But the really best way, the most expensive way, is dry age it. You hang the carcass in a temperature-controlled cooler with the right humidity.
Yeah.
It breaks down all the inner muscles. It gives you a robust flavor, and there's nothing like a dry age prime or Japanese Wagyu steak. Nothing like it. Dry age is it.
All right. Where are you guys at?
So my store is located at 1208 Garregos Northwest, Albuquerque. My personal and business cell phone is available 24/7, 505-449-7387. And even if you're not a customer, if you have a question about how to cook a steak, you want to know what is the best cut, call me. Call me, stop in. You don't have to buy something. I'm trying to educate. I'm trying to educate New Mexico when it comes, what is the best beef? And we'll take care of that.
Well, on Saturdays, you do free samples, right?
We do free samples. This Saturday, like the last 2 Saturdays, we did Japanese Wagyu.
Really?
So we're going to make a couple cuts of Japanese Wagyu.
So if you want to taste what this is all about, and you hear about it, you've heard about Wagyu and what's the difference and why is it different than the sirloin I get at Golden Corral?
Yeah, Golden Corral.
Right.
That's the name of the hockey team, the Golden Corrals.
No, it's not. Okay. You think goat heads is bad, but you're throwing that at me? I mean, you said no bull, and now you're bringing all this bull at me. What the hell are we doing?
So on Saturdays from 10 to 3, we have free samples. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to be a customer. You want to taste Japanese Wagyu, I'll be there Saturday. Come see me. We'll take care of you.
All right, he's at 1208 Griegos. That's northwest, right?
Northwest Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Area code 505-449-7387. He's our sweet deal. It is No Bull Prime Meats. You got a website, don't you?
I do. www.nobullprimemeats.com.
How about that? No Bull Prime Meats. I mean, it's pretty simple. Strauss is now knocking on the door. I better let you go. NoBullPrimeMeats.com. Go to our website, sportsanimalabq.com. You click on the Sweet Deal logo, and for $60, you get 30. Well, let me do this.
For $30,
you get $60 worth of No Bull Prime Meat. What am I, new? For $30, you get $60 to spend over at No Bull Prime Meats. All right, you're gonna be a big fan when they become the goat heads.
When we become the goat heads, I'll donate the Japanese Wagyu.
Well, you and I can go get it. We'll get a hat. We'll go. It'll be a cool logo. Or the scorpions. Goat heads or scorpions, right? You good with either one, JJ?
Lean more towards goat heads.
I am too.
Okay, goat heads. Yeah. And that's No Bull.
It's No Bull. We'll see you soon. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Fruitwoods are awesome.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Quote from Lobo women's basketball coach Mike Bradbury about Keisha Antonio. I believe that's how she says her name. C-A-C-I-A. It could be Cassia. She's the newest Lobo women's basketball player. 5'11" guard from Angola, was at New Mexico Junior College the last 2 seasons, earning NCAA or NJCAA Division I All-America honors each year. She is a Lobo, JJ. Second player that they signed from New Mexico Junior College. They got 6'4" post player Emma Najuma from there as well, who's a freshman up there. Bradbury said a lot of schools wanted Keisha Antonio. They got her 5'11". She could score a little bit. Mike sent me not Mike. Let's see. This is from James. He's not that fired up about it. When I see her stats, they don't blow my socks off, Jeff, especially for a JC where defense is optional. I don't think, wow, Lady Lobo's got her. We better go out. We better go check her on Bob King Court next year because she might be playing on Sunday soon. All right. Well, James isn't impressed. How do you feel about it?
I think with the overall class, with the incoming players, special returners, this is a very intriguing roster that's more athletic and a lot bigger.
She's not huge. Now she's 5'11", but
you got a 6'4" post coming in. You got a 6'2" freshman from Washington that's coming in. Jessie Joachim is 6'2". Clarissa Craig is 6'3". That's big.
Yeah, no, you got size. Pretty big year for Bradbury.
Yes,
year.
Because the Bronco Mendenhall and then Richard Pitino moves absolutely had everyone looking the other direction.
Well, yeah. No, it was great for. I say great for him. They didn't have a great year. Like, you had a good year. They went out in the first round of the tournament again, but all the noise was about men's basketball, and it quieted down. Like, there were 2 days on this show where it got noisy about him, right? Right when they got knocked out of the tournament.
Yes, that Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, it was
where
noisy.
The Lobo men started playing.
Yeah, it was noisy here about him, and then everything else went down, and it kind of closed down. So, yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. All right, 505-246-0610 if you want to get in. Email Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. Isotopes back at it tonight. They will start up a series in Oklahoma City against the Comets. The hell did you say, Jeff? The Comets. You didn't know that either, did you?
No.
Oklahoma City Comets.
They had been the Oklahoma City Baseball Club
for a year.
A little bit.
They were the Oklahoma City Dodgers when the Dodgers bought them and when the Dodgers moved their affiliation from Albuquerque to Oklahoma City. Last year, they went as the Oklahoma City Baseball Club. They previously had been the 89ers, the Red Hawks, and they opened this thing up and did a name the team thing. Evidently, it's about Mickey Mantle. They love them some Mickey Mantle because he's from Oklahoma. And Mickey Mantle had a nickname that, because he was from Commerce, Oklahoma, he was known as the Commerce Comet. And, in fact, there's a statue of Mickey Mantle outside of Bricktown Stadium. What do they call that thing? Bricktown Stadium? Bricktown Ballpark. And so I guess they voted. And they didn't like goat heads, so they went with the Comets. You like Comets better than goat heads? The New Mexico Comets, for them.
That franchise.
All right.
Yep.
Who's the New Mexico hockey legend that you should name your team after? Mm-hmm. Exactly. So that is why I got to find the way. I'm going to find the website. Where's my New Mexico? Do you have the press release? Will you send it to me?
Yeah.
So I don't have to go digging for it, but I will find it. All right, emails are coming in as well. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. Mike says, I feel a sprint coming, Jeff. Albuquerque's baseball team can't catch a weather break. Chilly, rainy, and breezy at post time in Oklahoma City tonight. I wouldn't be surprised to see the game moved and shortened to 7 furlongs as part of a double header in the warmer months of the season. Yeah, I imagine it could happen. Gus wants to know, upsets 2 nights in a row in Oklahoma City, Jeff. Can Albuquerque's baseball team upset your PCL leading Dyers tonight? That's the comments. They're now the comments. Get it right. Sure, why not? You want upsets 2 nights in a row, JJ? Put the Nuggets thing on a scale last night. We have watched in the last 2 nights, I believe, 2 unbelievable endings. Now, I will put the Winnipeg Jets win, and I know you don't care about the Jets and the Blues and hockey, whatever, but in regards to scale and what it meant in Game 7 and the playoffs and how that went down, and 2 goals in the last minute 57, including 1 in the last 3 seconds to send it to overtime and then winning in double overtime. Like, dude, to me, that's as good of an ending as we've ever seen. But after that, I sent this to you initially. Look at that. Put it in scale what we've seen the last 2 nights.
Yeah, the Jets one was phenomenal because they did have to go on and still win the game in double overtime. But to tie it with 3 seconds left in Game 7, crazy. The fact, Aaron Gordon's dunk as time expiring.
So you like that better than Aaron Gordon last night?
It is crazy just because of the timing of it. That's similar to what the ending of the Jets Blues game.
And you still don't know if it was good. Yeah.
Oh, it's good. It's done.
Yeah,
like Matt Holiday touched home plate. Move on. It happened.
He still has it.
Yeah.
See what's happened since?
Mm-hmm.
They barely touched home plate since.
What the Padres done since?
It's nothing. Nothing. Yeah.
Get in line.
They beat the Dodgers in a series once. Yeah.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. And Aaron Gordon, what a year. He's having his best year from 3. The importance to his team since he's got there. He's wearing Drew Gordon's number this season.
Yeah, I love that.
In remembrance of his brother. Just a phenomenal year for everything that he's gone through.
Yeah. You're right. I kind of do love that as well. All right. That's good stuff. Actually, 505-246-0610. Come on in. You're welcome to be part of the show. In fact, you're encouraged to be part of the show. Emails Jeff@sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. Twin Peaks has you covered. April 29th, they just did their whole Cinco de Mayo special. Now they've got all kinds of stuff going on throughout the month. They've got $8 late night flatbreads from 10 p.m. to close, Sunday through Thursday. They've got all your sports up on the big screens, all your hoops, the PGA Championships coming up next week. They will have that on all the big screens for you and all the small screens as well. They have your baseball, your hockey action if you want to. Hey, we put up the Winnipeg Jets game for me on there because you're a big Winnipeg Jets fan. And lunch specials. Put them in your rotation for lunch starting at $7.99. They've got great lunch combos. Soups, salads, sandwiches, whatever it is you want. Pair it with a 29-degree beer, and you've got yourself one heck of an afternoon. Lunch, late nights, whenever you want. It's the tastes, the sights, it's the sounds. It's Twin Peaks. See you out at Twin Peaks to celebrate.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Get big.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Spout, get ready!
My coach. My teacher. My older sisters. My grandma. My brother. My tutor. My dad and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Mirror here. And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team is going through some changes, but we're here to stay. We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field. 505 Sports Adventure is leading the charge in the NIL space. And you can be part of it. You make my heart better.
Show this shit better than all my intentions. Locked in, show that you got my attention. See your baby, I get you the minutes. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
I was born in New Mexico. I grew up on these streets. I got in trouble here, and I fought my way back in boot camp. I love New Mexico, especially the people. Now I'm using my training, tenacity, and energy to fight for you. I'm Adam Oki, lawyer, fighter, and New Mexican. I was a local athlete here in New Mexico, so I'm proud to support your local athletes.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready!
My coach, my teacher, my older sisters, my grandma, my brother, my tutor, my dad, and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
All right, I just submitted my name to Hockey Club. You can too. It's the website is NM, as in New Mexico, nmprohockey.com. And they've got this thing and name the team, and there's a picture of the rink, and there's the Scorpions banners hanging up high with the Scorpions logo in the middle of the ice. Scorpions logo was pretty cool, by the way, back in the day. I'd be okay with Scorpions. Actually, I kind of dig it. Bringing the Scorpions back. I don't run into anybody who's got a bad impression of the Scorpions. Like, not that I run into people who say, oh, I didn't like the Slam or I didn't like the Thunderbirds or any of the teams that didn't make it. And one thing all those teams had in common is they went out to Rio Rancho, right? The Slam never did. Did the Slam go out there? They never did. They went to the convention center, which that was kind of weird. Remember when they were playing in the convention center?
They were.
I didn't hate
convention
that.
Center, and then T-Birds, Tingley?
Yeah. I didn't hate any of that. T-Birds did go out to Rio Rancho. But you can go to nmprohockey.com and name the team and put in goat heads if you like,
If you like it.
Yeah. I think it's like it's so unique. It's so New Mexico. It's just one of those gritty little things, and I just think there's so many marketing opportunities with it. What the hell's a goat head? What do you mean, what the hell's a goat head?
Yeah, the mascot, no-brainer. See that already.
Yeah.
Dude in hockey pads, but he has a goat head.
Be
Boom.
awesome. Yeah, it'd be awesome.
A color scheme. Right.
Ooh, what do you want for color scheme?
I haven't thought about that one yet.
Right now on their website, it's like light blue, navy blue with a little gold in it. With the mountains. It says New Mexico, and then it says Rio Rancho, and it's navy blue, light blue, and gold. Very, very Utah Hockey Club-esque, isn't it? New Mexico Pro Hockey Club. So it's very much that. All right, Brock Purdy is still in the middle of negotiating his contract with the San Francisco 49ers. The general manager, John Lynch, of the Niners, was on Chris Sims' podcast yesterday, said, quote, what I will tell you and can tell you is we're having really good positive discussions. When it gets done, I'm not sure. Hope sooner rather than later, but hope is not a strategy. So we're making progress. We've had good discussions, end quote. Purdy's been at the offseason program, playing on last year of his rookie deal, where he's been making less than $1 million a year. Remember, you know the story. Last pick in the draft, became a guy that went to the Super Bowl, took him to the NFC Championship twice. It's time to get paid. Now, how much is paid? Is $45 million enough, or does it have to be closer to $58, $60 million? $45 million enough for you and me? Yeah, jump at it. Give me a 4-year deal that's worth $180 million with $120 guaranteed. I'm in, right? But that's not enough for a starting quarterback in the NFL in the going rate. Now the Rams, and this is kind of weird, the Rams got their deal done silently. While all the noise was going on around San Francisco, the Rams, and there was noise around Stafford, 3 months ago that he might go to the Giants and all that mess. The Rams came to a deal with their quarterback. They're going to go year to year. Ian Rappaport reported this. So he'll earn $44 million this year with a $4 million already paid, $40 million fully guaranteed. And if he's on the roster at the start of free agency in 2026, that's next year right about now, he'll lock in another $40 million. He was previously set to make $58 million this year and next. Now it's $84 million. So the Rams have got their guy for 2 more. I think that's about right.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Makes a ton of sense. They were on the verge of beating the Eagles in Philadelphia in a snowstorm.
Down to the 15-yard line.
So Stafford locked in. This works for both sides. And they would acquire an extra first-round pick for next year, so maybe that's when they can start planning for the future and what people think is going to be a better quarterback class. But I think the favorites in the division right now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Coward picked him to go to the Super Bowl yesterday.
You have a very good young defense. Stafford, that dude. You got the running backs, Puka. And Devontae Adams in town. Yeah, they're the favorites.
Yeah, I mean, the Devontae Adams. So you basically traded Devontae Adams for Cooper Kupp, right? And I don't think it's as cut and dry as it sounds. Well, Devontae Adams is way better than Cooper Kupp. I don't know that I think he's way better than Cooper Kupp, and he's a little further into his career. But Devontae Adams, it's hard to say Cooper Kupp hasn't been one of the premier receivers in the league for the last 4 years.
He was. I think, though, now that Devontae is a step ahead of Cooper Kupp. Athleticism. The fact that, you know what, you got to be on the field, man.
Is he your number 2? He is, right?
Yes. He's walking in there as the number 2 receiver.
Puka Nacua is the number 1, and they found him in the 5th round.
In an offense that, with Sean McVay running it, those dudes are both going to eat.
Puka Nacua, my keeper next year.
He's still keeper status.
He's my keeper, right?
The touches, the fly sweeps, he'll be fine.
Yeah, that team went very good anyway. That was that team that barely stayed out of last place. I didn't have to wear the skirt at the draft. I didn't know if I'd ever win. I was losing games by 1 point on a last second, interception or some crap like that. Did I tell you I hate fantasy football?
I don't think you do, though.
I only have 3 teams, but I still hate it. Yeah.
It's one of the things you hate it so much, you love it.
100%. 100%. We'll get some Cowboy news for you a little bit later as well. Did you see the home run Shohei hit yesterday? Like, Shohei hits home runs all the time. He hit a ball that got out of here, gone, like that. Like, I mean, the hardest hit home run of the Major League Baseball season. They were in Miami yesterday. It was said to be the fastest home run, right, of the season, which is crazy stuff as far as, how you determine all this, but they've got the technology. But the hardest hit ball of the season. Just keeps doing stuff. How'd the Rockies do yesterday? They play? Who'd they play at home? Who'd they play yesterday? Didn't they open a series with the Padres? No, they didn't. Were they off yesterday?
The Rockies did not lose yesterday.
They didn't play yesterday. Yeah, fair enough. Kenny Thomas is due in here next. Kicking with Kenny, talk some hoops. It was great hoops yesterday. Fantastic hoops over the weekend to talk to Kenny about.
The greatest ever.
Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Talk with the former Lobo great. 11-year NBA veteran. Kenny Thomas next on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
These days, it's important to know people and businesses you can trust. There's a lot of places where you can buy a vehicle, but there's only a few local dealerships where you'll find honest people who have your best interests in mind. And Fiesta Kia is one of them. We've been helping our neighbors save money and drive dependable cars for years, and we'd love to help you. With new Kias arriving daily, you'll love our selection and the peace of mind you'll get driving a Kia from Fiesta. So stop by and see us today at Fiesta Kia on Lomas, or just start driving now at fiestakia.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride barbecue chicken and ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handled.
It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Well, what a night of hoops it was last night. And maybe the playoffs are really starting to take form. You had some blowouts in the first round, although you had some really good moments in the first round. I mean, you had, the Aaron Gordon dunk in the first round, the Warriors winning Game 7 in the first. I mean, you had some really good moments in the first round, but so far, or second round, everything has been pretty good so far. Last night, Nuggets were down big all night long. In fact, they were down all night. Like, we had a Thunder caller said, not once did I think the Thunder would lose. Oklahoma City was up 113-102 with 4:31 left. Then they started fouling down by 3 with 12 seconds, or up by 3 with 12 seconds, did Oklahoma City. Chet Holmgren misses a couple of free throws. Russell Westbrook gets the ball to Aaron Gordon, who hits a 3. Winner, winner. Get me some dinner. 121-119. Denver wins over the number 1 seed, Oklahoma City, in Game 1 last night. In the East last night, the Knicks were down by 20 points. 20 points in the second half. Came all the way back. Mikal Bridges was terrific. And the 2 seed in the East is down 1-0. They lose at home as the Knicks beat the Celtics 108-105. Kicking it with Kenny. We're joined by former Lobo great, 11-year NBA veteran, and he is Kenny Thomas. What's happening, Kenny Thomas?
Sorry, man. What's up, JJ?
Sorry about? Nobody would have known. Nobody would have known.
I was talking to the boss.
I get it. That makes it okay.
Boss man.
Which one?
Your boss, my boss.
Which one?
Jeff.
I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some things coming.
Look, I get it.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to be like you. I'm trying to expand, man.
Don't do that.
I'm expanding, man.
JJ, I keep telling him, don't be like me.
What's up, JJ? How you doing, bud?
What's up?
I know you're happy.
How do you think he's doing?
Go Nuggets.
How about that last night?
Man.
Where did that come from?
Woo.
All right, first of all, great comeback. I've said this the last 2 mornings, coming out of the Warriors game on against the Rockets. I know how you feel about that, but reality, look at you. He's got his necklace all caught in his headphones. What are you, new?
I never have it out, man.
Coming off the Warriors thing, beating the Rockets.
Yeah.
And then last night, I've said this before, and I know people are sick of it. I believe that you learn how to win. The Warriors know how to win. The Rockets are learning how to win. The Nuggets know how to win. The Thunder are learning how to win. Now, I'm not going to say this series is done, Oklahoma City, because of 1 game. But what happened on Sunday night to me was that was a team who knows how to win, beating a young team. Because I think the Rockets are a better roster than the Warriors.
Oh, with that, I totally agree. That last comment, I'm going to start there. When it comes to the Rockets are better than the Warriors, without a doubt, especially when it comes to an up-and-coming team. I think of the Rockets as a team like OKC a couple of years ago. They're young, they're building, missing a couple pieces.
They need a shooter. They need to be able to score from the outside.
This is where Van Vliet was supposed to come in,
He
but
was,
he didn't
they
show.
need more than that. He showed up in Game 6. He was really good.
He didn't show up until like Game 4, maybe, or 5, right? But they like Green. He's not identified as a perimeter shooter. He's an explosive kid that's very young and very talented, and has a very bright future. But they're missing a solid Thompson. He's cool, but he's like a 3-4 man. He's very shifty. A great kid, especially when it comes to coming downhill. They need a sniper. They need a sniper that can shoot, because there's no way.
Like a Buddy Hield?
That went off on them. Oh, yeah. But those are the pieces that Steve Kerr and that Warriors team has put together around Steph, because everybody is playing a role. Everybody knows when to knock down shots, and everybody's playing to the potential that they're supposed to be playing. You guys were laughing at me when we first started this, when the playoffs started, about the Warriors being done and blah, blah, blah. No, me being a Warriors fan, I'm a Warriors fan because of that kid, Steph Curry, man, because he commands a lot on the floor. And it's not just two. Sometimes it's three people. And then you lose track of the other guys, and then this is where the Warriors are successful with putting pieces around them. So, yeah, man, I am really stoked and excited about this playoff year, because I think the last couple of years has been totally different.
So how much are you willing to move if you're Houston? If you could get in a superstar conversation?
Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Or Giannis?
Yeah.
I'm
interested.
What are you giving up?
You're giving up the world. You can't give up Green.
I think you're going to have
to.
I think you're going to have to give up Green. I don't think
Thompson or Green.
It's Thompson.
I'm keeping Thompson over Green.
I'm keeping Thompson over Green too.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Green, if you guys see him, I just see him developing much better when it comes to the perimeter shooting. I think it's just confidence, and I don't think he's there because he's used to being more explosive and attacking the basket. I wouldn't give up Green. No. I would give up the big boy that they just signed a big deal with, Sengun. Before I give up Green.
But if I'm Phoenix, I want Thompson.
I would totally give up Phoenix. I would totally give up Thompson for KD.
Well, Thompson and a package of picks. It's going to be. So what else? What else?
See, but when you talk about Giannis, I would give up Sengun for Giannis to gel with that Houston team. Come on, man.
It's still not helping. It's still not helping you with your outside game.
But then this is where they got to figure it out and make a trade. Oh yeah, you got to find others.
What's Durant going to cost them, JJ?
Like a Green or Thompson level player.
Plus
some
what?
Picks. They could
like their own pick
Houston
back?
owns
Yeah,
Phoenix.
they own Phoenix's pick. Yeah.
Houston what?
They have Phoenix's pick.
Oh wow, even better.
Which is
better.
A lottery pick.
Even better.
Yeah, which is a lottery
pick. Get a shooter.
All right. Last night, dude. So Oklahoma City's up all night. Oklahoma City's dominating. Jokic goes for 44 and 22, whatever the hell he went for. What did you think of the strategy, Mark Daigneault, the coach of Oklahoma City, fouling up 3 with like 12 seconds to go? Because there were 4 possessions after that, right? Yeah. They fouled, got to within 1. The ball came in. SGA went, got at the breakaway. So now they're up 3. They fouled again, got to within 1. They fouled Holmgren. He missed both, and then they get the game winner. I mean, to me, it's just way too much time. 12 seconds to be fouling. If it's 4 or 5 seconds, I get it. But what do you think of the strategy?
Well, there's teams that are doing it. Obviously, the Warriors did it. Steve Kerr did it.
But that much time left?
It's strategy, man. It's a different game now. It's a matter of taking a chance. And, I mean, last night when the big fella missed those 2 free throws, he's 75% from the free throw line.
That's right.
You don't expect him to miss both of those. And then when you see him, he's at the free throw line and he's holding the ball for so long, you could tell his booty cheeks were tight. That's the hardest one. The front of 2 is the hardest one. And
Well, the second one gets a hell of a lot harder when you miss the first.
Oh, without a doubt. But then the reaction of them, there was no sense of urgency as far as, hey, we missed it.
Getting
I think
back.
they were surprised getting back. And then Aaron Gordon, out of all people that missed a 3 in a corner, but he came back. And he actually got that rebound, and he should have kicked it out. And you saw Murray mad, pissed off because he didn't kick it out. And then he comes back and knocks down the big
JJ, that's what I was saying. How did they get back, right? Why was that a transition bucket coming off a free throw? OKC should have gotten back, right?
They were stunned, man. They got caught flat-footed.
So Brown got the ball. It
Brown
was
to
so
Westbrook.
bad. It was so bad. The Nuggets, nobody even reacted because the ball hit the ground first. And then Brown got the ball. Then he's like, okay, Russell's right there. And then Russell tries to attack. And then Aaron Gordon. Come on, man.
Dude, Aaron Gordon's been
That's huge.
so good. He's been so good.
Huge, because the way that OKC was playing that game and controlling the dynamic of that game before half, right? I thought that game was over.
It was
I really
over.
did.
So I compared it earlier, and you played golf, but I've never played basketball at your level. Have you ever? What's the most pressure free throw you've ever shot? Do you recall?
Man, the front end of a 1-and-1 like that.
Yeah, but like, do you remember the game? Do you remember the moment? Like, did you make it?
Man, the one thing that I talk to Dave Bliss every now and then, and the one thing he used to tell me down the stretch, I did knock down free throws.
So
it would be interesting to know what I shot from the free throw line down the stretch.
I was saying that free throw is a whole lot different than the front end in the second quarter, or a game in Milwaukee in December. It's kind of like when Rory missed that 4-foot putt to win the Masters.
Oh yeah.
It's a hell of a lot different than the 4-foot putt on let's just say Thursday on the third hole, right?
Oh, yeah.
You could have that same putt, you're standing over a putt for $10 against your buddies. There's a lot more pressure. I just was looking to you to put a little perspective into what Holmgren was feeling last night, because look, as you said, a 75% free throw shooter who looked like he broke routine.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how else to attribute it but to the moment.
Those moments are obviously critical, right? And it's a matter of development, and it's a matter of the mental mindset. Being able to play at a high level in that moment. And OKC, what are they? I think they're number one in team free throws. I think they're like 82 to 85%, I think I heard. And then next thing you know, and he misses 2. I think, it comes down to everybody being shocked. And, hey, it's one of those moments to where there's no way they should have lost that.
No.
And their heads are down because, one, the 2 free throws, obviously. You just make one of those, it's a totally different game, right?
Well, we're saying if you make the second one, you don't get the transition bucket.
Yeah.
Right? You make the second one. Are they going down and trying to get it to Jokic? What are they doing? Right? JJ, we were having that conversation.
Well, they're not getting it inside.
No.
At that point.
So somebody's got to hit a shot.
Yeah.
And probably is going to be Murray taking that shot. Right?
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
And what was Murray last night? I mean, I with all due respect, and I know Murray's made big shots.
He showed up.
Give me my chances right now with Gordon instead of Murray on a big shot right now.
Let's not take it that far.
Why?
Let's not take it that far.
Well, he had the big dunk at the end. He hit one yesterday.
I get it. Let's not take it that far.
Right.
Murray had 21 points in like the third quarter.
2 of 7 from 3-pointer
right?
last night. 6 of 16 from the field.
But what I didn't like was the 2-man game to a certain extent with Murray and Joker at the end. They weren't getting anything. I think it came down to the actual other team switching, which created a totally different dynamic to where that sense of urgency, especially with Joker being as big as he is. But I feel like Murray came out and did show up, which is what me and JJ have been talking about, one of the big keys.
He played 44 minutes last night. Coming off in Game 7, did Jamal Murray.
Okay.
See.
That's showing.
I mean, they all did, right? They were look at they all.
Well, that
did.
was
Jokic
a shocking
42.
thing that they were able to do that. They closed that game on a 15-4 run.
Yeah.
To keep fighting, to stay in that contest.
Well,
I thought that would just be the difference in the second half. They'd just be a tired basketball.
And that's what that caller said, right? The Thunder fan who called earlier, where did they get that energy from? And maybe that's going to be the difference between them and the Warriors tonight. They had one extra day off, right? The Warriors tonight, I mean, I think everybody's expecting them to get beat tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Right? But, but exactly how the Nuggets were 9.5-point dogs last night.
Wow.
Where does that energy come from?
when it comes to the Warriors, I feel like with them being able to play in the playoffs, obviously in the past, at a very high level and won championships, I feel like they're going to be fine, but they're going to have to respond because the energy with the Timberwolves right now from what they just did to the Lakers, it's going to feed into them carrying it over, especially being able to play at home in Minnesota the first 2 games.
What does be fine mean? You think they're going to win the series?
I think it's going to go 7. I think it's going to go 7, and if the Warriors can get one of these at home,
they're on the road. They're in Minnesota to start.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like if the Warriors can get one of these in Minnesota, I feel like it could go 7. What do you think, JJ?
Yes. It feels like it's, a 7-game series written all over it because there's going to be the droughts for Golden State, because we saw that in the Houston series at times where they look too small and then they can't shoot. And I think, with Minnesota's going to have their moments where they pop, and man, Anthony Edwards is going to have one of his big games, and this is going to come down to a game 7, and it's Curry, Butler versus Anthony Edwards, and who wants to show up with him?
I feel like the inside of Minnesota is going to be a huge part when it comes to Gobert, and you got Randall. What was his Randall over there?
Yeah, Julius Randle was great in the last series.
If they decide to go inside and capitalize on that,
well, they should.
Then Minnesota should knock out the Warriors.
Because now you're putting all the pressure on Mooney and Draymond, and you see Post more, JJ? Yeah. In this series, you see more Post
for
the Warriors?
No, they don't. They don't have anyone that can.
No.
Oh, the Post player. Yeah. No, I think they're going to do what they did. I think they're going to just try to run Gobert off the floor.
Exactly.
Not just try to match him.
So they're going to have to go small, and then you got Reed. What does he do? Shoots from the perimeter.
All right. When we get back, I want to get into what we saw last night in Boston with the Knicks coming back from being 20 down. Kenny Thomas is in studio. We're kicking it with Kenny, former Lobo All-America and 11 years in the NBA. All these teams are chasing rings. You don't have to chase it. You could just go get one at My Jewelry Store. My Jeweler is John Thomas Jewelers, and they will be yours the second you walk in the door. Currently, they have over 3,000 ladies and men's bridal rings right there on hand for you to try on. They've got the only free lifetime nationwide warranty in Albuquerque. And they got the ability to custom make any ring you can dream of, and it's all done right there on premises in their state-of-the-art design center. So whatever you want, look, they got 3,000 different rings, but if they don't have the one you want, design it. Work with them. If you don't even know what you want, go through and look at the different things. You'll say, I like that, I don't like that, oh, I want that shape, I want that. And they will create it for you right there on premises. So whether you're engagement ring shopping, you're looking for that amazing anniversary gift, or just something that you want to say, wow, maybe it's something for you. Go by and see why John Thomas Jewelers is the only 5-star Google-rated full-service jewelry store in town. Why they're the fastest-growing jeweler in Albuquerque for 3 straight years and been voted the best jeweler in Albuquerque 4 straight years. They're the coolest jewelry store in America. In-Store Magazine named them that. So many reasons to see for yourself why John Thomas Jewelers is my jeweler and the best jeweler in Albuquerque. They're at 2440 Louisiana Northeast, Suite 310, 3rd floor of the Lewis University building on Louisiana 1 block south of Manal. John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. Our law firm was founded by my father, Thibaut J. Chavez, with one goal, to get New Mexicans the help they need. That's why we built a different kind of law firm. We focus on family values, dedicated service, and we make a real contribution by giving back to our communities. We can't change what happened to you or your loved ones, but we can help you get back on the road to recovery. We're by your side, and we're still as local as red and green.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico.
Kicking it with Kenny here in the opening drive. I am Jeff Symbieta. He is J.J. Buck. Kenny Thomas is with us, the former Lobo All-America. Spent 11 years playing in the National Basketball Association with the Rockets, Sixers, and Kings. Today he is a Sacramento King. Is that right?
I was?
I'm looking at your logo that you're wearing today.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
wearing Sacramento King gear.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have gear from all your teams? Like, do you keep your, so when you get traded or you leave a franchise, you get rid of all your stuff?
No. I still have it in California.
You have all of it?
I've given some of it away.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know how every year we get to keep all of our jerseys? I got those, but I've given some.
Like
away.
all your quarter zips and pullovers and sweats.
See, but what I got on right here is from like when Mike Brown was there. So Mike Brown got me some gear. But Miguel just texted me back, the head equipment manager.
Miguel,
He's sending me some gear.
King's gear?
Oh, yeah.
You get new shoes?
I don't know, but
You're getting shoes, aren't you?
He sends me a big duffel bag of stuff.
I know, you get size 15. And like, guys like Kenny Thomas get all this stuff for free.
See, but this is when you see what this is. Yeah, right. All the nice pullovers you have, yeah, buddy. See, but this is when you're nice to ball boys and equipment guys that are like below the guys when you're actually there. Because I was cool with the head equipment guy.
Take care of the people who do stuff.
Next thing you know, you get big bags of gear.
That's 100%
workout gear.
Yeah, that's good.
I ain't going around trying to advertise.
Remember,
Kings.
I think Patino said when he left, he gave like a big bag of all of his Lobo stuff. Like he kept some of it, but he had all these quarter zips and everything. He
said he gave it away.
Yeah, he gave it to a neighbor.
Oh wow, that sucks.
Well, what are you gonna do, man? I mean, red,
keep
blue.
it.
He's got to wear. He kept some of it. He said.
Should have kept it all.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna tell man what to do.
I have no Lobo gear.
You have no Lobo gear?
No. From like 3 years ago.
It's for sale,
4 years
man.
ago.
There's
I'm not buying no Lobo gear. You're out of your mind. I don't buy Kings gear and it's a professional team. Are you kidding me? I'm not buying no Lobo gear.
That's what I tell people all the time. Hey, I need New Mexico Bowl tickets.
Hey,
They're for sale.
I would buy a Kenny Thomas jersey if it was up in the store for sale.
It ain't there. Can't have it. All right. Last night, NBA Nuggets beat the Thunder. We talked about that crazy comeback, 121-119. Knicks came back from 20 down, beat the Celtics in Game 1 in Massachusetts. I thought, like everybody tells me, Jalen Brunson. I'm not going to denounce Jalen Brunson. I think he's been great. To me, that game, Mikal Bridges was the difference.
Oh yeah, he played out of total 52 minutes. I think he played 49, 48 minutes. The fact that he's so dynamic in so many ways to where Bronson obviously
Bridges played 51 minutes last night.
Obviously he's that guy, Bronson, right? And he reminds me of his dad so much because I used to play against his dad a little bit in the league and then at the same time up in Philly in the summer. But
man, you got all these guys. Your buddy's kids are starting in the league now.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah, it is.
It's insane. Yeah. It's pretty cool though. Yeah. But being able to see these guys elevate, and I didn't expect the Knicks to come out the way that they did, especially with the energy based off of the last game that they just played by getting down the way they did. But obviously it's Boston, right? But when Boston goes through stretches to where they can't score, and then they're a totally different team, especially if Tatum has the ball in his hands a lot, and then you don't have Brown. That's actually being effective in so many ways because I feel like Brown is the X factor when it comes to the Celtics being able to win this series.
Well, he couldn't get a shot off at the end. I thought the two defensive plays that Bridges hit, and then he hit that big three. He was only 3 of 13 from the field. I have never seen, and I don't know, if you got a strategy, you stick by it, and there's a saying, it says you live by the three, you die by the three.
Yeah.
Celtics took 97 shots yesterday. Yeah. 60 of them were three-point shots. They missed 45 3-point shots, which is an NBA record for most free throws or most 3-pointers missed in a playoff. At some point, you say, let's do something, or you just figure you're going to get hot.
This is a different league, man.
Obviously,
it's all backcourt based, and you got 7-footers shooting threes, which is cool. But you don't.
Yeah, you love that, man. You love taking it outside too.
You got to be versatile, right? That's what I was gonna say. Like it's different now to where you don't have a squad like. To where you have a player like Joker that does both, man, and he knows when to do it and how to do it. So being able to go inside and have a presence inside, it creates a whole different dynamic of the game. So you can't rely on the perimeter shots, but keep in mind they're not going to shoot like that again in game 2. It's
you don't think so? So your strategy is the same. You say this is what got us here. We are who we are. This is what we're going to do.
See, but this is where the old school mentality should come in, right? Like if you're not hitting shots, what do? You put the ball on the floor and get yourself going to where you create some energy. Put the ball on the floor.
So I'm shooting 15 for 60. I got to get to the rim, right?
Yeah, you got to attack the rim. It's a no-brainer. How do you not change the dynamic of the game and why rely on the 3-point shot, especially if it's not going in?
It's also you don't want to overreact to one game. That's a 61-win team.
I agree with that.
And
just won an NBA championship.
And at the same time, this is what we're here to talk about. You know what I mean? So it's not going to – I agree with you, JJ. Next game, they're not going to shoot that way. It's just not going to happen.
And that's what I think is fascinating about the Celtics is, they've had some moments like that this season where you just look and go, how could you let that happen? How could you miss that many 3-point shots? And it opened the door, for the Knicks. But I think, 1 through 5 – no, this is an absolute series, 1 through 5. The Knicks can compete with anyone.
Oh, I totally agree. Especially when they're able to go home and play in Madison Square Garden. It's going to change the whole dynamic. So Boston obviously is going to win this next game. It's going to. I think this next game is going to help Boston feed into their energy going into Game 3 in New York.
Yeah, they better. I just watched the Nuggets play again. I wonder what the percentage of the fans in the stands wearing the same T-shirts. They just had both hands on their head. It's like every other person just standing there with their mouth agape, just wide open, with both hands on their head, just in absolute amazement at what they just watched.
Especially when they're able to see their team play so dynamic in so many different ways throughout the season, and then you're down by 20. I mean, you lose a 20-point comeback. Lead.
I didn't mean to hijack and go back there. I got another question on the Knicks. The Knicks, I believe, in the regular season, JJ was the number 0-10 against the Celtics, the Cavaliers, and the Thunder, right? So the top two teams in their division or in their conference and the top team in the West, they had not been able to beat one of these elite teams. Mentally, to get over the hump and do that yesterday, is that just something we talk about, or is that something that's real?
That's a great question, man. It's real. Because when you go through the regular season and you know that the Celtics are basically a better team to a certain extent.
Well, I mean, they're better because they've been beating you all year.
Exactly. That right there could be a gut punch from the standpoint of going into Boston and just trying to keep the game close and have an opportunity to be able to finish it down the stretch. Cat showed up. Anthony Towns showed up big. I expected him to be big. He's going to have to do it again.
Who do you like the rest of the way? Who's going to win the series?
I got Boston. You kidding me?
You still do?
I'm still on the Celtics.
So are we all still on the teams that lost game one? On the Thunder? Well, and we haven't even talked about the Cavaliers yet. I want to get there. Are we all still on the Celtics and the Thunder?
What do you mean?
Do you like the Thunder to win the series and the Celtics to win the series?
I like the Celtics to win. OKC's going to win the series.
You feel that way?
Yeah.
I do.
I think we all do. Yeah. We all watched game one last night, and the road team won.
It was just stunning the way that they both pulled off. Because here's the thing. For as much as we're like, what is Boston doing? Like, come on, go to the rim. You lost in overtime by missing a bajillion 3 points.
And you were up 20. Yeah, I agree with that. You guys, logic tells me one of these teams that won on the road last night is going to win the series.
I think the team that's closest would be the Pacers because now the injury.
But this is the flip on that, right? The Cavs are the 1 seed. The Cavs are yeah, I agree with you. The Pacers would be the one because the Cavaliers are so beat up. What is it? Mobley and DeAndre Hunter and Darius Garland are all out, questionable. I think Mobley and Hunter are doubtful. Cavs are in trouble.
Yeah. I mean, I totally agree with JJ. Out of the 3 of those, I feel like the Pacers got a better chance to beat the Cavs.
Here's the other thing. Of the 4 second-round series, 3 of them have been played. The road team has won game 1 in all 3 that have been played. You got the Warriors tonight.
Warriors plus 6.5 seems great right now.
I mean, okay, but the Warriors, it's a quicker turn than Denver had. Denver had that. Denver played Oh, you're right. Saturday, you're right. So the same turn. I mean, everybody was on Oklahoma City like, wow, I mean, it's a tired team. They need their rest. Warriors, tired team, played 7 games. I mean, it's the same scenario. They're going up and playing a 6th seed in Minnesota. You like the Warriors tonight?
Yeah.
You like the Warriors tonight?
I think that Minnesota's the better team.
Okay.
Maybe in a 7-game series. But if the Warriors can come out and shoot like they just did or half of how they did in this last game, I think the Warriors could win this game.
You like the Warriors tonight? I like the Warriors in game 2. I don't know if I like them tonight.
And how many days has Minnesota been off, right? That right there can change the dynamic of how you come out.
It feels like a month, doesn't it, since they played the Lakers? I mean, was it last Tuesday? When did they beat? I mean,
almost a week.
Yeah. I mean, LeBron since then is opted out of the Meta Awards or what were those things in New York that he couldn't go to yesterday because he was too
Met
hurt?
Gala.
The Met. What is it?
The Met Gala.
Yeah, he could go because he was too hurt. Why are you laughing?
All of a sudden, everybody's hurt. Isn't there somebody else that's hurt on that team all of a sudden?
Well, isn't he?
Austin Reeves has a big toe problem.
Yeah. He has a big toe problem, and every year when the Lakers go out, LeBron discloses an injury, right?
Does he?
Kind of.
Okay. He can.
He did get taken out.
He creates the narrative. He's already creating the narrative already, like he does after every season, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
He has that much power.
I don't know. Jalen Hurts he could make it to the White House, but he made it to the Met Gala last night. I mean, he didn't have a schedule conflict last night. I'm just saying. All right, good to see you. We'll see you on Friday.
Yes. Actually, I will not be here Friday.
What do you mean?
So right here, Civic Plaza, one of my partners, APD. It's the memorial ceremony.
You're not coming on with us on Friday?
Yeah, I got to be over here at 9 to 10.
Well, why don't you do earlier?
I can't. The ceremony's from 9. What? You mean come on here earlier? I'll come on. You mean come
I
on?
mean,
early?
we'll figure that out off the air. Like
Okay.
we'll do our scheduling stuff off the air.
Anything for you? Yeah.
I
come
mean,
on.
I don't know, man. You gotta.
Can I?
We got the golf at 8:30, right? We'll talk about it. He's Kenny Thomas. You can kick it with Kenny. Follow him on the social media. Kenny Thomas NBA. All your platforms. Kenny is there and Kenny is active. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. I just had a tournament.
That was me wrapping up the segment.
with Rio Rancho, the school. Yeah, just had that for Cinco de Mayo. Great turnout, 110. Yeah,
That's
thank you.
good. No, that's
Sorry.
really good.
I just had to throw that plug in there. The stuff I do for kids, man.
I know you did.
Thank you, my guy.
Are we done?
Thanks, JJ.
It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own.
30. I mean, that's I sure as hell hope we don't have a sweet deal in front.
That is, yeah. Get out the way.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with
Sweet
that.
deal coming through.
Yeah, we may have to readjust that. All right, 505-246-0610 is how to get in today. It's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM At AM 610, the Sports Animal. John in the Duke City said, if it's Tuesday, or it's Tuesday if you hear Kenny Thomas on the OD. Kenny rocks. What up, Kenny? He said, wow, the only kicker who holds the record for the longest field goal, I believe it's like 68 yards. He's no longer employed with the NFL. Sad. Justin Tucker. I don't know, man. I don't want to what's the word? Indict's not the word. I don't want to find a guy guilty until he's found guilty. 16 allegations, but there's a chance Justin Tucker may have done this to himself.
Yes, there's a chance.
I mean, if Justin Tucker did not have 16 sexual assault allegations against him,
he'd be the kicker for the
do
Baltimore
you
Ravens.
believe the Ravens would have used their 6th-round pick and taken a kicker?
No.
And then cut him. I mean, right? But there is precedent here. Obviously, they have done some of their own investigation. Each team's got their own people, right? And they saw what happened to Deshaun Watson. And they're like, it's a damn kicker. As good as he is, I don't need this. And their dude got suspended for 11 games. I don't know if that was for 25 counts. I'm going to guess we're going to lose him for at least half a season. Let's go get a kicker. Let's go get a good one. But if you listen to them, no, Jeff. This was an absolute straight up football decision. This had nothing to do with anything else. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Like, I might be dumb, but I'm not new. What are you trying to tell me? But all right. Hey, we should be hearing something. It's May 6th now. When is this mediation with the Mountain West, the Pac-12, due? Something's coming down here in the next couple of weeks, right? As far as if they've decided to mediate on a number, if they come to an agreement on a exit fee and poaching fee number. The Pac-12, there's still so much noise around UNLV and them wanting UNLV, and will UNLV and Nevada go? There's still, I mean, everybody with a thumb and a podcast has an opinion on this. And it's not like it's all the same. If everybody was singing the same song, you'd say, wow, there might be some fire here. But it's all over the board with what the Pac-12 is going to do. I think the one thing that's really feels off the board, don't you, is the merger, right? That feels that's just not enough.
Feels like that is ship hit an iceberg long ago.
Yeah, and I hate that because I still do believe that was the right answer. And I know Boise State and San Diego State fan thinks they're so much better. I love looking at these message boards or whatever, the social media. When New Mexico is going to fall off the map, they're not going to be anything anymore now. They're in that crappy league. And I'm like, dude, they got more resources when it comes to basketball than all of you, and even more resources in regards to NIL than San Diego State, than Boise State. And Colorado State's probably right there with them. Why are these well, nobody's going to want to play in that league. And that's why Pitino left. And there's something to that's why Pitino left, although $4 million salary at Xavier also had something to do with that, right? But something's got to happen because in less than 2 months, somebody's got to give notice to their league that they are leaving in 12 months to go join the Pac. Because it'll be 12 months after that the Pac needs an 8th football playing team to be a viable conference. So something's got to happen really, really quick now, right?
You would think something would happen, but as we've seen in this process, it could be the week of, a day before.
Yeah, it could.
Down to the deadline as we finally see a story break on it.
Yeah, it's you got spring meetings coming up this month. Now, typically, I'd have been in Scottsdale last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's where the Mountain West has held their meetings. The Big 12 held their meetings there. The MAC was there. The Big 10 was there as well. I saw a bunch of their coaches. I saw Mike Locksley there last year. And then that all funnels into the Fiesta Summit. The Mountain West did not hold in-person meetings this year. They did theirs virtual, which is the first year that I've been running a bowl game that I can recall outside of COVID, JJ, that the Mountain West did not hold in-person meetings. They can't all get along. The league is so fractured. I've been told they'll resume their in-person meetings next year. Big 12 meetings are going to be in Orlando at the end of the month. Conference USA is in Destin later this month. ACC, everybody's having their league meetings this month. SEC will be, I want to say, the last week of the month in Destin. But as leagues look forward and go forward, and I, if you're the AAC, let's just say the American, right? Are you sitting there and looking at Memphis and Tulane and going, hey, are you guys sure you're in? Are you sure? Because I'm reading all kinds of crap. Like, if you're the Sun Belt, you're looking at Texas State going, is there a reason you're still sitting at my table? You're gone, right? It's such a weird, but I guess when has it not been a weird time? I guess ever since SC and UCLA left for the Big Ten, it's kind of been a weird time, right? The Mountain West was stable for a minute until it blew up. But it just feels like something's got to happen.
Yeah, it's a situation where all these conferences, the ADs, they understand that you could be sitting at a table with people that you put a plan together, but at the same time they walk out of that room and they send a text message to someone else, and 38 minutes later that plan changes.
That's what happened with the initial Pac-12 blow up, right? When Oregon blew it up, and I've spoke with someone who was really deep in the weeds on this, and I heard they were 10 minutes away from signing a grant of rights to keep the old Pac-12 together, adding San Diego State. Was it San Diego State and SMU at the time, right? That was before SMU went to the AAC or ACC. And Oregon came back and said, yeah, we're out. Oregon and Washington went to the Big Ten, and the whole thing went kaboom. Yeah, I mean, that's how. But remember when the Mountain West and the WAC, there was a day, and I remember telling you this story. It feels like, 12 years. When Nevada, Fresno State joined the Mountain West, Carl Benson thought he had BYU, UNLV, Nevada, and I want to say San Diego State going to the WAC. And I remember talking to him that morning, the commissioner then of the WAC, and he says, you just watch. And he was doing a site visit with his daughter at USC. And while he was there, Craig Thompson turned this whole thing and kept the Mountain West together. Remember that morning? Were you with me at that point? That was a while back.
That sounds like a wild one.
Yeah, no, it was wild. It was everything was going. The Mountain West was going to blow up. It was going back to the WAC, and then they pulled this thing back together and pulled those teams back into the Mountain West. So that's how quick it happens. All right, we'll wrap you up when we get back. Still have time for you to get in. Whatever you got to know as you go through your Tuesday. He is JJ Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta. Thank you for being with us on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indy Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I've ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Press conference.
High school sports.
Out at the Rio Rancho Event Center, New Mexico's hockey club will be announced. Goathead should be the name. You can go over to their website, New Mexico NM Hockey Club. If you like it, suggest Goatheads. You got a better one? I mean, Goatheads or Scorpions?
Goatheads is my favorite.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sure there's some good ones that will be thrown out there.
Yeah.
I'm on board with the Scorpions.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Goatheads would be in my top spot right now.
Yeah, I like it too. All right, last night, this is what everybody's talking about. Thunder had a big lead all night long over the Nuggets, Game 1. Western Conference semifinals in Oklahoma. Nuggets came back, and it was Aaron Gordon who hit a shot with 2.8 seconds to go. Nuggets beat the Thunder 121-119, Game 1 of that best of 7. in Oklahoma. Nikola Jokic, 42 points. 42 points, 22 rebounds. Oh, yeah, by the way, Nikola Jokic, 42, 22, and 6. Knicks were down 20 in Boston in the second half, came back. They win in overtime in Boston. 108-105. Knicks over the Celtics, game one of that series, and it is a 1-0 lead for New York. Cavaliers, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and DeAndre Hunter, all questionable for tonight's game 2 of their series against Indiana. And Golden State will play game 1 against the Thunderwolves tonight. The Thunderwolves. The Timberwolves.
That could be a team name for the New Mexico hockey team.
The Thunderwolves? Yeah, you like that? The Thunderwolves? That could be the New Mexico Thunderwolves?
Thunderwolves.
Yeah, all right. I mean, they can have like some ice in it, like ice wolves or ice pucks or the ice goat heads or, I mean.
No, because
I hope not.
We already have the ice wolves in town.
We do.
We don't need to double up on, even if it's a different league.
Yeah.
We don't need to double up on that.
Yeah, I'm not big on the Ice Knights or the Ice Pirates or I told you there's another one in this league called the Ice Men, the Jacksonville Ice Men. The best name in this league that I see, they're I like the Tahoe Night Monsters, KNIGHT. And it's a cool logo. It's some like monster that comes out of the lake. I like that. Ghost Pirates, all right. The best name in this league is the Everblades, the Florida Everblades. A play on the Everglades, but with hockey. There's not a lot of great names in this league. The Swamp Rabbits is good too. I like the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. I don't know why I do. Kind of a cool logo too, like some raging, pissed off rabbit with a hockey stick. They're affiliates for the LA Kings and the Orlando Reign, or the Ontario Reign, REIGN. But yeah, other than that, man, there's not any great. The Indy Fuel, Iowa Heartlanders, Idaho Steelheads, Kalamazoo Wings, Solar Bears. I mean, whatever. Come in big. Don't you think?
Yes.
Come in strong on this one. Tulsa Oilers. I don't even know that I love any of the logos, to be honest with you. The Toledo Walleye is pretty cool.
I like the Solar Bears.
You like the Solar Bear ones? Which one's that? That's
Orlando. That's solid.
Kind of good. That's a
bear sunglasses. That's hockey's the polar bear.
Yeah, the polar bear with the stick behind his.
That's pretty chill.
Yeah, that's chill. All right, I like that one too. I like the logo better than the name. Does that make sense? But yeah, some of these are like, I mean, all right. Yeah, come in and just kill it. That'll be today. Coach of the Year in the NBA was announced yesterday. Kenny Atkinson of the Cleveland Cavaliers won that. And Justin Tucker was released yesterday by the Baltimore Ravens, their kicker. Thank you to Kenny Thomas for being with us today. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. The Jim Rome Show follows that. 2 Men On is in at 4, and then you get Isotopes Baseball. They play the Oklahoma City Comets. That's correct. Oklahoma City Comets tonight. We're back with award-winning radio tomorrow morning starting at 7 a.m. Adrian always looks great. Great work on the visual side. He is JJ Buck. I am Jeff Symbieta. Big day for you, huh?
Huge day.
All right, enjoy the hockey out there today. I'm sorry I can't make it, but it'll be good. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All In Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.